Toronto.
I'm Matt Toronto. We're the Toronto Brothers.
We are in the midst, actually the final day of shooting our first feature called the PACT.
We came up with the PACT. Actually, my wife and I were on a road trip, and I was asking her, I was like, well, we should write Aaron and I should work on a movie together about brothers. So she and I start brainstorming about our lives, about Aaron and my life, together growing up and stuff, and we're trying to come up with something from our lives that would make a good story for a movie. And we came upon the PACT, which was an actual pact that we made in college.
We'd both broken up with our respective girlfriends.
But they had broken up with us, I should say.
Yeah, I can't actually remember what was going on with me.
Yeah, my girlfriend.
That sounds about right.
My girlfriend had dumped me because she wanted to go off to college and meet college boys or something like that. So.
Yeah, so we were reeling pretty hard, and we just on a whim. I think it was in your dorm room, wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
We just were hanging out.
Dude, we had enough of women. We should just swear them off for good.
That's it. No more women. And we said, all right, for the whole semester, we can't hook up with any women or get in a relationship or kiss anybody or
anything. We were just cold turkey.
That's it.
So,
I don't know. Jordan keeps saying it's a year, but I still think
it
was just
a year too. But maybe it was a semester. Anyways, it was a significant amount of time. Did that, and we did we shake on it?
I think so.
I think we shook on it. We were all serious about it. But then about 2-3 weeks later, I started my now wife Jordan, who was in the movie playing Jackie, was just I don't know. She just made some very convincing arguments for me to break the pact. So I broke the pact with her.
And that was 2 weeks later.
It was 2 or 3 weeks later, yeah.
Now, did you have a hard time telling me that, or were you like...
No, I was just dude, I broke the pact. I was sorry I can only last that long. But then Aaron lasted
I lasted the whole semester until it was almost to Christmas break, and then... I don't know why I remember this, but it was this girl named Consuela.
Yeah.
And she... I wasn't really that into her, but she was digging me, and I don't know, we just kind of made out a couple times.
And there are other elements to mine that you'll see, in the movie. I basically took that basic idea and created this whole story out of it. It's really not very much like what actually happened to us, but I think the brother relationship in this movie is very similar to kind of our brother relationship, where it was very heavily based on that, and then there are inklings of sort of girlfriend, and it's sort of a conglomeration of various girls in our life. That on whom we've based Joanne, and I won't tell you her name, but she was chasing me hardcore, totally. She was just a stalker, a little bit stalkery. Not quite as bad as Joanne, but she was a little insane. And even after I started dating Jordan, and she knew Jordan, and we were actually, because we were all in the musical theater program at the University of Michigan back when I was performing, and we were in the same ballet class, and she just, she introduced me to her parents as the crush. I was like, you're a weird girl. so that she was so Joanne was based on this girl.
It's August now. Matt told me the idea probably at the beginning of the year, I think January, maybe Christmas time.
Yeah.
And we actually didn't. I took a stab at it, and I wrote a little first scene.
The first scene in the bar.
And I didn't think really anything of it. I didn't think we were going to get it done until later.
Yeah.
But I sent it to Matt, and he's like, yeah, it's great. And then we were like, whatever, what should we do with it? And we didn't talk about anything. But then, I don't know why.
I wrote a treatment for it, just an outline of how we could, what the story would be. And
but in April, we decided to just go ahead and start trying to write it, and so.
Well, because I finished teaching for the year,
Yep.
and so I was like, dude, I've got time. Should we work on the PACT?
I started writing, and I got a significant amount done, and then I sent it to him. He's like, yeah, it's pretty good, but here's what I was thinking. And then we had this conversation where we kind of had like some artistic differences, and we were kind of like, just kind of a little bit frustrated with each other because it wasn't going the way we wanted it to. And then finally we hit on something that I think is if we make more movies, I think we're going to probably use this format.
Yeah.
But Matt, decided, or I think I said, you know what, why don't you just write me the outline and just give it to me, and then I'll just write the scenes and write the dialogue and everything.
And that was like a huge relief to me because I thought Aaron would want to like be involved in, crafting the story,
Well, I care about that. I have more fun writing the moments and writing the dialogue and writing the beats.
And me, I want the sort of
the art guy,
the story,
So
we were like, I was like, all right, dude, I'll write the outline. And I was very detailed about the outline, and then he just took it and put dialogue to it. And then it was like, and then from then on, we were just like clicking it, and we finished the thing in, like a month.
2 months.
Yeah.
Well, 2 months.
2 months
until
until we got to what we have, our shooting script. But like our first draft was like a couple of weeks or something.
Yeah, it was
like really fast.
It was long.
And then
142 pages.
Yeah, it's way too long. But once we had that working draft, then we would trade scenes, and Aaron would be like, "Dude, I don't know what to do with the scene. Why don't you write that scene?" So I would rewrite one scene or write a new scene, and then I'd be like, "Dude, why don't you take this scene and that scene?" And we would just kind of trade back and forth, and then we just went through line by line, and it was good because we keep each other honest. Like if one of us wrote like a crappy line, we'd be like, "Dude, no, not that line," and then the other one would be like, "Well, wait, dude, no, not this. We gotta do this." And
we
really whittled it down very well, and I think we have a very efficient, I think.
To new writers, I wouldn't recommend that, but I don't know. I just think just because we're brothers, it works, and it was actually pretty painstaking because we went by line by line by line by line by line together.
Yeah.
But I think the effect worked really well because it was like 2 minds, and we've been working in the field for both of us for a good number of years, and so we both bring strengths to it, and we were able to really hone it down and get it down to a workable script, 89 pages or 90 pages, whatever it turned out to be. So
pretty happy with it. So. Yeah. It was fun though. It was fun writing.
I had been meeting, making some friends here in the community, Sioux Falls and Brookings, who are interested in filmmaking, and I had done some shorts and done some little improv film projects, and I just felt like there was a lot of talent here that was kind of waiting to be given a direction. I mean, guys who've been shooting commercials and shooting industrial films and shooting kind of, a little bit boring stuff. The experience has been great. I mean, it's been a real learning experience for us, and I think for most of the crew, well, hopefully all of the crew. But I feel like we've really developed a good team, and if we ever, if we're able to make another feature, we have all these great people that we can draw on. And it's been fun. I don't know, it's been a real family project, and there have actually been a number of families that have kind of been a part of it. So it's like our family, Jordan, and my wife has helped out a lot, and our parents have come and helped out a lot. Renee and her daughter have been involved.
That's right.
We have the Rold sisters have been involved, so it's like
it's been a family
nepotism is alive and well in the Hollywood community.
Doug Lee is our director of photography, and he is awesome, a great guy to work with, really level head, and he helped us find our crew, people he knew and had worked with, and they have been fantastic, just a great crew, really reliable and really efficient, and great guys to work with. So it's been
calm, pleasant. Doug is I feel like Doug is a real artist.
Oh, yeah.
He takes a lot of care to put artistry in every shot, and I think, you know, being first-time film producers and Matt being a first-time feature film director, I think that's been really helpful to have a guy who's worked and done a lot of shooting and to say.
It just makes things look great.
Yeah.
You know, and Seth, our sound guy, is making it sound great. We just got everybody's really good.
Yeah, check it out.
Sit back
WatchThePACT.com.
and enjoy the movie. It'll be great.